When you run out of options and can't find solutions, when life's problems getting you down, you must always remember that prayer is the answer and Jaja is always around.
Have been instrumental in the establishment of carnival, especially in black countries and black communities. Why? Because they did not mind that 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 3 told us that we must not behave like the Gentiles. They did not care about that. They did not care about that scripture text says that we must not get involved in revelry and drunkenness and lust and all of these things, because their mission from Rome is not to save the world. They are all like wolf in sheep clothing. Their mission was not to save the world, but to pretend to be saving the world, but ensure that Rome remained dominant. People, carnival, the essence of carnival, since the Lenten season, which starts 40 days before Good Friday, represented 40 days of fasting. This is the principle behind carnival. Before we start our fasting, before we start to sacrifice, to show our love and our appreciation for Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ, for sacrificing his life for us, we are going to indulge in all of the things we are going to be fasting from for 40 days. So they indulge in revelry to the maximum. They indulge in gluttony to the maximum. They engulf in drunkenness to the maximum. The Most High Scripture says that drunkenness and revelry and fornication and adultery and lust and idolatry will not make it into his kingdom. People, remember, we are still talking. Carnival is our culture. Who can stop the carnival? People, in other words, the people who are encouraging us as our spiritual guardians, the people who are supposed to help us to make it into the Father's kingdom, they were not going into the kingdom themselves, and they were ensuring that you don't make it into the kingdom. That is why, even after so many texts in the Bible that encourage us to stay away from revelry, drunkenness, gluttony, sex, in adultery and fornication, envy and murder, they still encourages those things that the Bible warns us about, because the scripture says that he who practices those things will not make it into the kingdom of the Most High. And this is just the truth. So if these bishops and reverends, whatever you call them, knew that the practicing of these things will not help their congregants to make it into heaven, why were they encouraging their congregation into practicing such? People, I am old enough to remember in the 70s, early 70s, when I was still a child. You see all of the people from Bottom Town, all of the Catholics, dress up in their costume and going to Victoria Park to celebrate carnival, to jump up and jig up. I remember my mother would look at the window and look at them and say, how can these people be serving God and is participating in carnival? How can the priest who is trying to get these people to heaven is participating in carnival? Not only participating in carnival, but they were organizing carnival. It is in 1973. The government took over carnival.
If I some sinners coming, with them I go be dealing. Because the things that they do me, I want to fix them personally. Peter